Hello, and welcome to my level Midnight Chapel. This is a multiplayer deathmatch map, can fit up to 15 players. My goal for this map was to create a gothic vampire state that is very gloomy and holds a sense of power and wealth. Inside, I wanted to make it feel ritualistic and like they got into some dark things. I wanted to create a story in this environment. To give my chapel a sense of place in the world, I broke up my map into a few sections, all that flow into each other. I have an outside area, which we're in right now, with a staircase that leads up into the main chapel. The main chapel room is the most open area of the map. I try to break up this open area with pews that also act as cover, as well as added to the theme I was going for. I tried my best to make sure to keep the theme interesting and the environment interesting while also still making it an entertaining map to play. I also broke up the map into sections and different rooms in order to have focal points, so everyone knew their location and make the map as easy to navigate as possible, while still fun to explore and find new things. Because this is a multiplayer map, I wanted to make sure that there was more than one exit to every area. As we enter the courtyard, I wanted to show off how I use the lighting to help guide and orient the players. This is just one example, but I used a torch to provide more light and shine it onto the object so players will notice it easier. I also provided some secret areas that you might be able to find if you end up exploring, but not secret to the point where it puts other players at disadvantage. For the pickups on this map, I also placed them in strategic locations so I could draw out players and lead to interesting variety of fights. I also made sure that in every section of the map there was a vertical area that the players can get to. This helps create more interesting fights in the game and create some interesting sightlines for the players as well. One last thing, I used textures, especially the ground textures, to each give every room its own sense of identity, while still making sure they felt part of the same building. I had a really fun time thinking of ways that I can incorporate multiplayer level design in terms of cover and flow, and trying to tie it together with the art side of things. This was my first map I have ever designed in Quake, as well as my first multiplayer map I've ever designed in general. I'm really proud of the work I've done. There's always room for improvements, but I'm really happy with what I got accomplished here and what I learned from creating this map.